Good morning, traders. So how are we going to trade the Aussie today? So I think I'm going to change tact on the Aussie for a bit at the moment. I'm going to pay a lot less attention to our daily and 4-hour, 1-hour time frames. The reason being is that we are just so volatile at the moment. If you look at these last 4 days, we're swinging in a basically almost a 900-point range at the moment. And for this index, a 900-point day is massive. So I think in order to capitalize on that, I'm just going to move off the higher time frames and ignore these higher time frames completely. Okay, so we'll just use the hour for now. And what I want to do is just point out that we do potentially have a channel here. So we've got 3 touches on the top, and we now have 2 touches on the bottom, and it's an equidistant channel. So this could very well be the channel. Okay, we then also found support here. Okay, and you can see if I look to the left, it's actually quite a big level. Okay, and yeah, so that's what we can see at the moment. And then if you look at the hourly pattern here, we've got an inside bar, pullback, second move to the downside, and you've got another inside bar. Okay, so let's just get to the half hour, because this is really where we want to follow the trend from on the Aussie. So you can see yesterday's trend was down, and if we're trading the daily or the 4-hour, or even the 1 hour, and even the 30-minute, you're very difficult to get most of the trend. So you would have maybe got it on the break below this fractional level here, because that's below the Bill Williams alligator and moving down. And then you've also got momentum changing at that point. Okay, but for me, I think the easiest is to focus on the 12 and the 6 minutes. Okay, so first things first, the closing range breakout would have worked very well for you. You can see we had and I'm just going to go to the 6 minute because that's the level you want. So you can see there's the top of the range, and where's our 0? There's the bottom of the range right over here where my mouse is. So there's the bottom of the range. Okay, now you can see we opened up with a pin bar below it. That wasn't a signal, but the second bar was your signal that this range had broken. Pull back to the blue line, which is your jaws on the alligator, and we reversed off there. So you could have taken your short here and put your stop up there, or you could have just waited, because you did have a sort of a 200 moving average pretty close here. So you could have just waited for the second attempt. There's always a second attempt at it. There's a second attempt, and that could have been your entry short. Okay, so you can see we had a good breakdown, used the 32.8 as support, and then used it again, bounced up, and then short it is. Okay, so many ways to play it. You could have traded the short here, your stop being above this level, or you could have waited for this pullback here. You got your signal, wait for the pullback, get in short here, and your stop still up above the height of the range. Okay, so the other way would have been on the 12-minute. You can see how we ranged, we came down, we ranged a bit, and then we broke the downside. Okay, so you had many ways of getting in on this, but ultimately that was a successful trade. So for today, what we want to do is just pretty much line up for the same trade. Okay, so we're looking for a break above, I'll give you the levels now. So I'll put the lines in so I have them for later. We've got that line in already, right there. Okay, so what we're looking for is a break above 53.75. So if we do get a break above that, then that would validate your closing range breakout strategy. And then obviously you've got, well, the first one is definitely going to be this 200 moving average. which will be around 50,600. That would be your first target. Your second target would be the top of this fractal here. You can see that lines up with target number 2, and I'll put a line in there, and then let's just get rid of this here. Okay, so your second target would basically be 5706, so 50,700. So those are your two areas, 50,600, 50,700. Those are the two areas to the upside. If we do break below this level, then we have, well, it's not just these levels here, because then that is going to give us continuation past these levels and pretty much down to the bottom of where this channel started, which is going to be 49,000. Okay, so this so basically for me, I'm going to assume that this is the bottom of the bigger channel. If we do break below this, then I'll change my tune. This will be shorts, and we'll keep these shorts. You'll be able to use a higher time frame to stay on the trend. But I suspect we're going to get a trend change here and head back to the top of the channel at the moment. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. You can see there's diversions here. We've had a change in momentum with the green bar on the oscillator. And more importantly, on the 30-minute, you can see this green bar with a tail here is an indication that we're turning. So this is your wise man number 1. And basically, it's not a very good wise man number 1, but it is a wise man number 1 nevertheless. So basically what it is from where we crossed over the, you can use any of the three. Okay, so you can use the jaw or the teeth pretty much. I don't use the lips, but the jaw and the teeth. So what you're looking for is deviation. So you draw a line from where you crossed over the teeth, okay, which is here, and you put it onto the top of your bar here. So that's your price trend line. Then what you do is you do the same along the teeth. So that's where price crossed over the teeth. So from the same point, you draw a line across. And what you're looking for is an angle. So the wider the angle here, the better the signal. Okay. So basically what your trade is you want to trade a break above this bar and your stop is below here. And that is pretty much your closing range trade. Okay. So you're looking for that, and then what you want to do is you want to wait for 3 green bars. And if you do get 3 green bars and we're moving, then you can add to your position. That'll be your wise man number 2. Your wise man number 3 will be a break of the fractal level, which will be this level here. So a break and a hold above here, you can add to your position a 3rd time. Okay, so there's a video on that in my how to trade section, and you can have a look at that. Anyway, so this is kind of what I'm looking at today. We'll look at the 12. If we do get up, let's just say we kind of bounce off that level there, or we bounce pretty much anywhere in this zone here. So if we bounce between 50,600, 50,700, if we do bounce and we start turning around, this would be a trend continuation, and it's going to continue. Then you can pretty much expect us to break this channel. Okay, but for now, I think for me it'll be the 12 and the 6 minute. 6 minute will give me my entries. Okay, and right now it's a break above this level. So it's a break above 53.75 will give me indication that we're going long. Okay, and on the 6 minute, what I'm looking for is the alligator to start standing up like this and price to be above it, and you can trade it to the upside. And you pretty much trade it to the upside until you get a reversal pattern, something like that. Okay, or a pin bar. You see pin bars, things like that. And you just know it's time to get out, take your profit, and wait for the next entry. Okay, so that's kind of what I'll be doing today. And to the downside, it's going to be a break below 51.77. So we break below 51.75, I'd say. That would give me downside. But looking at the oscillator at the moment, I've got diversions here. I've got there's nothing really on the awesome oscillator except for from this previous low to this low, I have diversions as well. So I've got diversions on the MACD, which is the black line, and then on the awesome oscillator as well, and on the stochastics. So I do suspect we're going to pull to the upside. We've got a grouping here as well. So I do suspect we're going to pull to the upside. How far? I don't know. If we do get up above the alligator and the alligator turns to the upside, then just follow the trend on the 6 minutes and trade it until the steam runs out of it and take your profit. Okay, so that's kind of what we'll be doing. And just to be clear, we still have a bigger target in play, okay? So we still do have this cup and handle. So this cup and handle here, this target has not been met yet. So, and this is ultimately a second retest of this break. So what we're looking for is a target of 51,700. So that's kind of what we are looking for, and you might as well just pull it up to the gap there. So 51,800 is the target that I'm after. So let's see how that goes. Anyway, guys, I hope that helps. And yeah, so stay on the lower time frames. If you're banking 700 points, it's a good day anyway. So that's my view today. I hope it helps, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Enjoy the day. Cheers, man.